Hello everybody and welcome back to Big Brother 16. I'm Beth of Beth's Views and here we go. I got to watch a little bit earlier, so I actually have light shining in here. That probably won't be, what is going to happen from now on, but at least there's light today. So we get to meet the first 8 contestants in a 2-night premiere. And so the first contestants that they introduced were Paula, who is a DJ in New York City, Donnie, who is a groundskeeper from North Carolina and happens to be so far the oldest person in the room at 42 years of age. Cody is a sales account executive but says he's a soccer player. And then there's Frankie, who says he's a Broadway performer, a YouTube personality, and so he's choose any of the above. I did look him up on YouTube because, well, he did claim himself to be the queen of YouTube. And anyway, he says that he's the brother of the most famous person in the world or whatever. And I guess I'm showing my age when I said who. And I still don't even know who she is. So thumbs up to the to someone who thinks it's going to be a hindrance to him if people find out who she is. I don't think I ever would. I mean, it's like, so what that you're related to somebody who is supposedly famous? You're your own person. You're not, you haven't been given any privileges, because this person is, you know what I mean? It's like, unless it was somebody themselves who was, super popular and got money and blah, 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 then that would come into play with me, at least when I make my decisions as to, how they always come down to who's most deserving of the money. Not, not the one who's most deserving to win this game because they're actually playing their ass off, but who they always end up saying deserves to win the money. And that gets on my nerves every last time. We move on to Amber, who only introduced herself as being originally from Knoxville and eventually, had no career stated. Eventually, as she gets in, she calls herself a model, but then when they show her title, she's an esthetician. And estheticians, which is a really hard word to say, are people that usually tend to deal with beauty things like doing Botox and laser treatments and, making people pretty. Thus the reason that girl is absolutely gorgeous. She truly is a very pretty girl. Sorry, my cat just came in, so I had to make room for him. Let's see. Next up is Nicole, who only said, I'm a farm girl, but then later on her, with her name, it says that she is a nursing student. And I think so far she is the youngest of the group at 21. Then we have Devin, who used to be a baseball player, but now is a full-time dad, but his subtitles call him, to say that he's in motorcycle sales. And then we have Joey. You want to see my new kitty? I got this kitty. Did I get him? I might have brought him in just before Big Brother started. This is my new guy. He is my little wild, rowdy guy. He used to be a feral cat. And now he's in with me. No, baby. He's smelling. We had pizza time. Sorry, you don't want to know all that stuff. But we had pizza running because it's a birthday here in the house, and that was the choice. So moving on from Devin, lastly we have Joey, who is 27 years old and is from Seattle. I like her. She immediately struck me as, she's a cool cat. And she is a makeup artist, and that's what I guessed when, they showed her, doing the makeup on somebody, and that's what she confirmed. And anyway, so the first 8 got to enter the house this evening. The first in were Cody, Amber, Donnie, and Joey, and then next was Devin, Nicole, Paula, and Frankie. And to me that didn't make any sense because it wasn't like 16 people, but I guess, it just, it can cause resentment, I'm guessing, because the first 4 people go in and they're like, they chose the best room. It would be different if the rooms were, I don't know, like if the rooms were more plush. So like if they, like last year they had the airline room, that to me that would cause like havoc in the house. And but it seems so far the rooms that they've gone into have been pretty much the same. And that I can tell. Yeah, he wants some pizza. Come here, baby. Then we have the Crazy Eights that they have decided to call themselves, and they have decided that they're going to be the first alliance. You're going to make all of my books fall over. There it goes. All my cookbooks. And now he's going to run away. Sorry, you guys. So the Crazy Eights is going to be the first group alliance. They decide they are going to stick together. They are going to, make it through thick and thin. But then immediately right after that, Devin goes in and talks to Donnie, and they make a side alliance because Devin felt that he is like the least suspecting. Like, what? They can't be an alliance, But, I mean, come on, we've seen crazy, crazy alliances before. Nothing to me would be doubtable if I saw, the two of them together, Then all the girls got together and said, you know what, there's never been an all-girl alliance that's ever worked. They decided to call themselves El Cuatro. I immediately wrote it down as Cuatro, but then the hashtag that Big Brother stuck up was hashtag EL and then Cuatro. I'm going to have to look up what Cuatro is because I thought cuatro would be like 4, So unless the person putting it up on Big Brother was trying to make a funny or didn't know, or maybe I don't even know, whatever. We've got the all-girl alliance of 4. And immediately as soon as Paula brought that up, I was like, it ain't ever going to happen. Because already Devin was eyeballing Cody. Was it Cody? Joey. Devin was eyeballing Joey, but Amber almost feeling as if, since they're the same color, he was looking at him like, you're mad, man. What are you doing talking to this woman? The way she looked was almost possessive. So I don't know. Girls just can't seem to put that weirdness aside and work together as a team. We haven't really seen it happen, have we? Well, what was that season so long ago with that that crazy girl that won? I can't even think. April. Is it April? Whatever. Anyway, so then Julie calls this the most twisted summer ever, and then announced that the HOH is not going to be considered safe. There you go. This is what I've been waiting for. I have been waiting for Big Brother to throw us a twist into this where nobody feels safe and nobody can really run the game and nobody can guess what's going to happen next. I'm hoping that this is the season that's going to keep us really wanting more, because after 15 seasons, things have to be, kind of tossed up. So anyway, we immediately move into the HOH competition, and it was called Go Fly a Kite, where you have to hold onto a kite string and as you balance on a rotating beam, and if not, then you fall and your sandcastle gets broken. And they fell off in the following order: Paula, Joey, Nicole, Donnie, Devin, Cody, and then Amber and Frankie were left on there. And Amber smartly thought, the HOH isn't going to be safe. So, why even put that on my shoulders, and just, through the competition and allowed Frankie to win. As they got on there, I thought, Frankie's going to win this anyway. And the reason I thought that was because he was a dancer. And, I figured, they're going to, he'll be more limber on his feet and be able to deal with the twists and the turns. And knowing, of course, that it was going to be this rotating beam, knowing Big Brother, I knew it was going to be thrown backwards and it was going to immediately take people out, which it did. Anyway, we then get the announcement that there will be 2 HOHs by the end of the week, but only 1 HOH will be left standing. Of course, that throws the household into turmoil, especially Frankie, because hello, here he is, first HOH, right? Nobody ever really wants to be the first HOH, right? You know what I mean? It's like, but then, it also is pretty much kind of sometimes the easiest too. But, yeah, that should be totally interesting. Are they going to have the second group play theirs separately? Are have they already played it and they're going to come in already knowing who the HOH is? This is really going to be really interesting. I can barely wait. Then Julie also tells us about a twist that's going to happen called Team America. We've already voted for the first team member, where who we want to form a 3-person alliance to be our people. So the first person has been chosen, and I guess in the next 2 weeks we'll be choosing 2 others, and we'll be sending them on secret alliances and sent on missions. Now, that sounds fun, but how are we going to ensure that they are going to be left in the house and able, in order to carry this out? Or if a person on our alliance gets kicked, do we immediately then get voted, vote somebody in? How long is it going to be before one of these big mouths blabber that they're, in a secret alliance? And you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not looking so much forward to that. But anyway, it's going to happen. Then we get a preview of the next 8 people that are coming in. We get a police officer, a mom of 3, a hippie who is smart, a metrosexual cowboy who used to be in the military. I think she said she was Orthodox. I didn't catch the beginning part. And then we have Naked Girl. Yeah, I'm going to guess that maybe Naked Girl and Cody. And then there's some guy who says he likes everything that comes out of his mouth. And then we have a minister. And all I can say to that is, Lord have mercy. And so on Sunday, we're going to have a new competition that is going to shake things up. So I can barely wait to see this new group that's going to come in, who's going to win the HOH. And then I guess Sunday we will figure out what that game is going to be. So I will see you guys again tomorrow. Things have changed somewhat in my life again. It has gotten seriously, seriously crazy. So I'm going to try my hardest to be here for every episode. And when the feeds come up, if anything fun comes up, I'll have leaks from the feeds. But I'm only going to be able to do what I can do. So I will talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye.